Hi, my name is Kristina Irvine, and I am a realtor at John Green Realtor in Naperville. I have dreamed of being a realtor since I was 15 years old. I was super excited about the idea, and I've always had a bit of an entrepreneurial spirit. However, my family is a little bit on the safer side, and they talked me into doing the safe thing. I decided to go to college for accounting. I was living on my own and waiting tables through school to support myself. Anybody who knows me knows I would have been miserable as an accountant. It wouldn't have been the perfect job for me at all. On my way to school one day, I got into a car wreck. I was actually rear-ended by the person behind me and pushed into the person in front of me. It had incredibly lasting effects on my body. My car was not that damaged, luckily, and I didn't look any different. So it was very difficult to make people understand what had changed. But my shoulder was, my left hand immediately went numb. My shoulder was constantly hurting, it sent pain up my neck into my head for migraines. I couldn't carry a book bag. I could no longer wait tables. I couldn't even sit in a lit room without feeling sick for a very long time. Obviously, this took me out of school and work, and I was freaking out a little bit and didn't know what to do. I also had a lot of doctor's appointments. And so to manage my doctor's appointments, along with my physical abilities, I ended up having to look for a new job. I found an outside sales position online. I didn't even know if it was a real thing. And frankly, I was concerned because I had to give them my social security number. They called me, they interviewed me the same day, they hired me the same day. And again, it's an outside sales position. It is a straight commission position. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Anybody who knows the credit card processing industry, and I'm sure some of you are shaking your heads right now, knows that it's an incredibly competitive industry and not all the companies out there are good. So I went out there, worked really hard in true Kristina fashion, and sold a lot of credit card processing. Within 3 months, they flew me to Dallas, interviewed me for a leadership position, and promoted me to run sales teams. I went out there, I had a lot of fun, ended up deciding I didn't really agree with the values of the company, came home and swore off the industry. I no longer wanted to work in the industry. I couldn't understand how anybody could treat people the way some of them did, and it didn't feel good for me at all. So when I came home, I swore off the industry, went back to waiting tables. This was just a brief few months. I had another company reach out to me in Wheaton, and they literally told me, Kristina, everything you're saying about why you don't want to work in this industry is exactly why you need to come interview. So I took the leap. I went ahead and interviewed with the company, fell in love with them completely. In both places, I ran top sales teams and did really well with it. Literally built my entire life on a straight commission position, which is exactly why I was afraid to sell real estate and follow my own dream. So in 2008, post-divorce, I was obviously reevaluating everything about my life and how to make it everything I ever dreamed it could be, and said to my aunt, so you know what I always wanted to do? Sell real estate. And she's like, well, why don't you do it? So I ordered my books that day. It was November 6th. I'll never forget. I was licensed completely, passed the test and everything by December 18th. I did it really quickly because I was really excited. So I hung my license here at John Green Realtor. Best decision I ever made. I think different brokerages are really great fits for different people. And I think that because of that, you should absolutely not just take my advice. You should interview brokerages and decide what's important to you in your career. However, I know that I would not have had the level of success that I've had if it weren't for here. The principals here, the training here, the people here have all made me the realtor I am. In addition to, fun story, I grew up in apartments. My very first real estate transaction buyer was my mom. And so it absolutely shaped who I've become as a realtor and my perspective of a transaction. I sold my mom her very first home. I remember going to the closing and feeling like, that's it. Like, she just bought a home. You sign some papers, you're lucky if they even say congratulations, they send you on your way. We as realtors are the only ones who get to make a difference in that. And I think it's really important that we take advantage of the difference that we can make. So it's one of the things that we've been very thoughtful about in our business is how to make sure that they feel safe and comfortable from the time they even decide to purchase a home, including going through the process, of course. And then we want to make their closing a little bit magical. Deciding to sell real estate has been one of the best decisions of my entire life. I have had the most incredible journey. The average realtor sells about 6 homes per year. My first year, I sold 19 as a solo agent. My second year, I sold 49, I believe it was. That was the year I decided to start a team. I built a pretty big real estate team. We actually sold 121 homes that year. And then I decided I didn't really love having as big of a team anymore. There were things that went wrong, people who made poor decisions. I obviously had to make decisions also, and in those decisions decided not to rebuild. So it's me and one buyer's agent. Her name is Jessica. She's not just a buyer's agent. She can actually also do listings, but as far as how she supports the team, she generally works with most of our buyers and I get to work with most of our sellers, which allows us to really specialize in our field and work together the way we communicate and get through a transaction. I don't even know that there is a way that I could explain the magic that happens, but any of our clients who have done dual transactions with us, meaning buying and selling a home simultaneously, know that somehow miraculously everything works out perfectly just at the perfect time. So if you're thinking about buying or selling a home and you are interviewing agents for that job, we would love the opportunity to meet with you and see how we can help put together your real estate journey. You can send a DM, or for faster responses, reach out at the number below with a phone call or a text message. We look forward to meeting you.